Within 30 days of creating a dynasty, I actually generated profits of over $29,000.
Well, I had went to a First Steps to Success 3 weeks prior, and I kept hearing people with these Dynasty shirts on, and they talked about how they had quadrupled their income, and at the time I had gotten my business up to $720,000 a year, but I was working 80 to 90 hours a week.
I felt like I didn't have a lot of options other than to get to Dynasty because I knew that was the next step. I can't forsake missing anything else if there's more out there.
This is how we're going to live financially. This is how we're going to live emotionally. This is how we're going to live mentally. This is what we will do with our lives no matter what you choose to do.
I was really hoping to dig through a lot of things that were holding me back in life so that I could move forward and really start achieving the goals and the dreams that I had had.
And I promised you at First Steps to Success that we were only scratching the surface, and that when you came to creating a dynasty, you would learn to speak the language of each one of these gems.
I was totally stressed. I was depressed. I had hit bottom financially. I owed on like 10 credit cards, a line of credit, and a mortgage. I have 3 kids and I'm a single mom.
I was stressed out, I was burnt out, I was beginning to resent what I was doing. I kept feeling like I was hitting a glass ceiling and I couldn't get any higher.
Prior to plugging in and creating a dynasty, I was stressed out. I was over $285,000 in debt. I was working long, endless hours. I actually had a stroke. Didn't have time with my kids. My life was totally out of balance. Didn't see my wife, didn't even know my wife that well, and my life was a wreck.
And I heard it was going to be just awesome, and it's going to be an upgrade from First Step to Success.
Leadership is not about you. It's about those you're leading. Great leadership is about making other people the issue. Celebrating others, not just looking for the opportunity to celebrate yourself. What was her handshake like? It's very firm, very quick. Did you see that come back? It's like she's in the drill team or something.
And I remember thinking, what could be better than what we were already in as we were sitting in First Steps? I mean, what more can she teach you? What more can you learn? And I was just blown away by Dynasty.
Good leadership can rise up out of hopelessness and despair and brokenness, okay? So there's always a comeback story. And you are building your comeback story. Do you hear me?
Came to First Steps and then immediately plugged into Dynasty, and I can't begin to even tell you how amazing and life-transforming that event was for me.
After coming to create Dynasty, I began to increase my income to 6 figures, and I also paid off $100,000 in debt.
So within 1 month, my life started to take a huge change.
We miss so much opportunity because our ears do not listen and pay attention and honor people. So we miss out on all kinds of opportunities because we're so busy talking about ourselves and so busy trying to get other people interested in what we have and what we're excited about.
First Steps is just a foundation, and Dynasty is so much more. Not only can you learn step by step on different things you can do to increase your communication skills, you can also learn how to make more money, you can have a blast doing it.
My first creating a dynasty came out of that within 4 days, made over $42,000. My second creating a dynasty, I came out and made $98,000.
Without that first dynasty, I don't know that I would have paid off $53,000 in debt or tripled my income from 6 figures to mid-6 figures in the course of 12 months.
We already had a really large organization, so it was the aspect that we really loved was the leadership development that Dani could provide for us.
When you participate with gossip, it hurts your income because it hurts your influence. So you want to be a trusted advisor. So to grow your influence, you got to use your mouth for what's going to be productive instead of what's going to be destructive.
After plugging in and creating a dynasty, I became actually debt-free within about 8 months. I went on to earn millions of dollars in our businesses. My relationship with my wife is better than it's ever been.
So I've generated over $200,000 in 11 months. I've paid off over $90,000 worth of credit card and line of credit debt in 9 months.
if you really want to achieve everything that you're supposed to achieve, if you know in your heart and you have this thing in you that says, you know, I know there's more for me, I know I'm supposed to be able to achieve more, then you can't just stop at first steps. You have to go all the way.
A real leader knows they have weaknesses. They're not trying to sell themselves against their weaknesses. They improve them. They don't try to pretend like they don't have any.
You learn good strategies, you learn good techniques in first steps, but it's only creating a dynasty where you're going to start putting those principles in practice.
You don't know what you're missing out on. And the truth is you have nothing to lose.
When you come to something one time, it's great. You get the experience, you get to learn it, but to really become a professional, to become an expert in an area, you need to keep coming back, you need to keep honing your skills and getting better and better.
I was able to realize there was a system that I could actually use within my company so that other people's results could increase.
Don't even make it an option. I mean, your life is worth every cent that it takes, every time, every minute, every ounce of investment that you're going to make to get there.
I don't know one person who couldn't benefit from this training. Not one. I mean, it doesn't matter what type of career they're in. The skills that I've learned here have been absolutely priceless.
Take action. Make a decision and come. That's the first thing you have to do. When you get here, it is all over because your life would change.
There's nowhere else that you can get the type of guidance and skills and motivation and leadership to do the things you need to do in life other than at Dynasty.